And now, a tale of chilling obsession from the shadowy mountains of Romania. The year is 1873. A young traveler by the name of Adrian arrives in the village of nestled in the heart of the Carpathian Mountains. He'd come seek an adventure, but what he finds is far more enchanting. For lurking in the mist and legend of this mystical place is a woman, beautiful as the pale moon, mysterious as the dark. Her name is Alara, and she seems to appear out of the fog, her origins and whereabouts unknown. But Adrian is captivated. He meets her every night at twilight on the bridge over the Olt River, and they explore the ancient castle ruins that cling to the mountainside, their footsteps echoing through the crumbling halls. The villagers whisper of a terrible curse that fell upon this land long ago, a curse that may have claimed another victim in Alara. Though her touch is like ice, her eyes hold the warmth of 1,000 suns. And as the days turn into weeks, Adrian falls deeply in love with her. But their tryst cannot last. As dawn approaches, Alara flees, disappearing into the mists until nightfall. Yet Adrian is determined to uncover the secrets of her spectral nature and break the curse that holds her captive. With the help of an old hermit who lives deep in the Whisperwood, a forest at the edge of the village, Adrian learns of a terrible price that must be paid to free Alara from her ghostly prison. 4 centuries passed. The Carpathian Mountains were home to a race of shape-shifting monsters known as creatures of immense power and insatiable hunger. They preyed upon the villagers, stealing their souls and leaving behind empty shells. Eventually, a brave knight named Lucian and his companions slew the Strigoi, binding their evil spirits to the mountain forever. But the victory was costly. Each Strigoi contained within an ancient chest deep in the Whisperwood, guarded by one of the 3 sisters. The sisters were bound to serve as punishment for their complicity in the Strigoi's reign of terror. Yet one of the sisters, driven by despair, made a pact with the darkest forces. She would betray her sisters and resurrect the most powerful of the Beleriand, in exchange for which Beleriand would grant her eternal life. And so it was that Alara, the youngest of the 3 sisters, became the bride of Beleriand, doomed to wander the earth for all eternity, forever separated from her beloved sisters and the only chance for redemption. Now, the only way to break the curse, Adrian learns, is to venture into the lair of the retrieve the 3 chests containing the evil spirits and deliver them to the church inside. There, the holy relics within would purify the chests and the spirits could finally rest. Armed with this knowledge and a silver stake, a weapon blessed by the hermits, Adrian sets out into the mist-shrouded Whisperwood. But the forest is alive with peril. Twisted branches reach out to snag at him, and gnarled roots writhe as if to ensnare his feet. And then he hears the rustle of leaves, the snap of a twig. Out of the corner of his eye, he sees something darting between the trees, something swift and deadly. Then, just as suddenly, it vanishes. He presses on, the stakes digging into his palms, as the sky darkens and the first stars begin to glimmer. Adrian finds the lair of the Strigoi, a gaping maw of darkness set between 2 towering boulders. Taking a deep breath, he steps inside. The air grows heavy, the silence deafening. And there before him lies the treasure hoard of the Strigo, chests overflowing with gold and jewels. But Adrian's gaze is drawn to 3 chests bound with iron, each bearing the sigil of a different sister. As he approaches them, the chests begin to shake, and from their cracks, eyes gleam with unholy light. Suddenly, the eyes blaze open, and grotesque faces leer at him, contorted in silent screams. Adrian raises his stake, his heart pounding in his chest, and drives it into the nearest chest. The spirit shrieks and writhes, but with each blow, it weakens, its form flickering like a candle in the wind. Finally, with a last, feeble screech, it dissolves into wisps of black smoke, and the chest falls open, revealing a small, withered hand inside. With the first chest purified, Adrian turns to the second and then the third, and as the last spirit is vanquished, he feels a surge of triumph. With the chests now empty, he gathers the hand and rushes from the lair, racing through the forest, his breath coming in ragged gasps. As the first rays of sunlight touch his skin, the hand in his grasp begins to glow, and he stumbles, falling to his knees. Then, as quickly as it began, it ends. The hand is cold, still, and the chest nowhere in sight. Yet a smile touches Adrian's lips. For as he looks up at the sky, he sees not just the sun, but the faint outline of a girl with wings. And beside her, another figure, taller, stronger, takes flight, their laughter echoing through the ancient mountains. And Adrian knows in his heart that Alara is finally free. So if you ever find yourself in the village of Sisasora, and as the sun sets, you hear the haunting strains of a violin echoing through the mist, come, join us, and dance beneath the pale moonlight. For who knows what mysteries lie hidden in the shadows of the Carpathian night. And there you have it, the chilling tale of Adrian and Alara from the shadowy mountains of Romania. If you enjoyed this tale, be sure to give us a thumbs up and share your thoughts below. Your support helps us continue bringing these stories to life. Until next time, stay safe and keep an eye out for any ethereal beings that might be lurking in the mist. Thanks for watching.